Okay, it's 1 week later. It is Saturday, May
23rd.
23rd?
No, yeah.
Yeah?
24th. Yeah,
24th?
23rd. Yeah, it's Saturday. Yes.
Okay, May 21st. And last weekend, as you saw, we went to the protests again. I think we have to talk a little bit about, what's going on at the protests and what you see in the news. Because I got a few comments on Instagram and also YouTube, people warning me, you shouldn't go to these protests, be careful, it's a bunch of, right-wing people, Nazis and extremists, and I should be careful. And so I was a little bit, confused why people are so concerned, because I think they see it in the media, and the media in Germany is, portraying them in a way that, they look like extremists and Nazis, but if you go to the protests, they're just mostly normal people. And of course there are always some weird people and people who want to use this for their benefit, and they have a different agenda. But after last week, seeing all these black in black clothes, the Antifa guys.
Hey.
You're one of them?
No.
They were the people who were the most aggressive. They started fights, they were spitting at people, throwing eggs.
Yeah.
And running after people who they
chasing after people. Really. We saw one guy bleeding. He had an open cut.
Yeah.
I don't think that it was someone of the protesters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we don't know. Maybe there was a Nazi. We don't know. But when we witnesses the discussions they had with the other protesters, and they were mostly like hippies, the other guys. Like there were a little girl with a sign saying, freedom, peace, and happiness, or something like that. And the Antifa guys were like,
what are you doing? Look at your sign. You're a Nazi.
Yeah,
and she was like, hey, what did I say? I said peace, love, and freedom.
Yeah, or they're like, where are the Nazis? And they're like, yeah, everywhere. Look around you. And they're like, yeah, but we can't see someone. Show me. And yeah, it's a little bit weird. So I think just to give you a background, because also some people are asking, a little bit more of background info would be nice. We are just here to document what's happening, and because we are doing that right now, we have this different perspective, or it's more like a objective perspective.
Hey, only because it looks dangerous and difficult doesn't mean that you are not allowed to look there. Especially in these times, you need to look there and see for yourself what it is, instead of just believing what you see in the media. Something like that.
And what's happening in the media is, because they are so strongly disagree with these protesters, what we see is a kind of like a dividing of two different classes. We have the protesters who are against what the government is telling us to do, and then we have the people who are against the protesters. And when you go to the protests, they're not telling everyone to switch their mind or switch their opinion. They just make aware of what they think is a problem for the future, for us. And then what the media is like, very aggressively, even not bashing. I mean, it's bashing, but they're also using terms like idiots.
All diesen Spinnern und Corona-Kritikern.
Confused people. And so they're also participating in, making everyone really aggressive. Or
it's the rhetoric, the way the words are being used. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you see an image of a girl crying, and then a grown-up with a tinfoil hat, for example, and everyone knows, oh no, this is bad, immediately, without even knowing the context, without even reading the news. And what we witness is there are two sides, and we don't say this side is right, this side is right. We just see that some people are very afraid and they want to talk about what they are concerned about, and some people try to forbid that. And the reason is, behind the story is, the Antifa says it's organized by AfD and populist parties and racist parties and all that stuff. But maybe those are the people who organize it. But bashing everyone who goes there is wrong, I guess, because it's
not just one. It's not like one party is organizing all protests. There are different groups who, or some of them started by just one individual who started, a different way of protesting, and then everyone adopted it. So it's hard to say, you know, the whole thing is organized by this guy or this party, because there are so many different people coming together.
A lot of people just come and see there's something happening. They stand there and watch, and then people start shouting stuff or whatever, or the police is pushing someone a little harder than usual, and then they are participating in the protest as well all of a sudden. So, you know, saying one thing to this huge group is not helping at all.
And the topics that they discuss are, I think, very important, because we have a huge financial crisis by now. It's pretty obvious that there will be a recession. And then what about, you know, prices going up already? What about taxes and job security, all that stuff, food supply, all that stuff is
not only this, jobs, for example, many people have lost their jobs without having like a substitute for it. So they lost it and it's gone, and now they don't know what to do. These people are, you know, they are looking for solutions, and I have to say the government, I mean, of course because of the situation, but the government doesn't have adequate, you know, solutions at the moment. So it's understandable that they are angry and want to protest and want to talk about what's going on.
Yeah, I have a guy in my driving school, so I'm currently going to driving school to get my license, and there's a guy much older than me, so at least I'm not the only one who's older than the children who take the classes, but he is attending, he is getting his driver's license because he lost his job, and now for applying to any new job he has to have a driver's license.
Yeah.
So
he lost his job, so has no money to pay for his driver's license.
He probably has, because he's doing it. But you know, people have to adapt, and our government they gave out a little bit of money to freelancers, for example. Also received a little cut from that. So I'm not 100% anti-government, but the way, you know, there's good reasons to get frustrated, and it's just a time where everyone is really confused, you know, about the future, and that makes people, you know, be how they are right now. So I think let's not talk too much about this. Just we wanted to give us you guys our perspective and why we do this and how we see it, and the rest you can see for yourself.
We're going to see today, because last week was shocking. Really felt bad. I was smiling this whole time. You can see it in the old potato vlogs, and in this one last week I was like, oh no, shit. And let's hope that today it's going to be more relaxed.
Yeah, we will just go and document the day and enjoy the rest. Hopefully no one gets shot.
And hopefully we will find police on horses today.
Oh yeah, police on horses. Please.
I need to stop.
So it started raining really hard, and we are streaming on Bello's Instagram.
And it's harder than
we only have this one umbrella. He has a coat. I'm totally getting wet. I hope my camera's not going to die.
Oh my god. I mean, we knew that it would rain, but I didn't think it would be this hard.
But again, if there were horses, policemen on horses, that would be perfect.
Yes. Mr. Rico and Mr. Leica. What is it? A golden? What is it? What is this?
Oh, okay.
Hi. Okay. This is Mr. Rico, Germany, and this is Mr. Eastblock boy, Eastblock girl, Samuel, and me. Well, welcome. Okay. So, hello. Must be nice.
Oha, Leica. Leica for
what
poor
do you
people.
think about this? Huh?
Kann ich mal die Rückseite nochmal sehen? So ein winziges Display.
Leica Digilux One.
Let me see from the other side.
Sponsored by Patrick Domingo. Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Cool.
17 years old. It's a 17 years old camera.
Wow.
Yeah.
Still makes good.
It looks like
Krass.
If you take a look at my Instagram feed, most of them is shot with this one.
Aha.
cool.
Ja. Wieso?
Yeah.
Corona hairstyle. Kannst du nochmal machen? Ich hab nicht. So I'm here with Wolfgang. You know him as the product manager from Rico Germany, and hopefully you checked out the Rico GR photography
we are
channel.
collecting ideas for the next live stream.
Yes, we're doing regular live streams on the Rico channel, so subscribe to the channel and check out the live streams.
It's the best camera for street. It's really the best. It's the absolute best camera for street.
You're only saying it because Wolfgang is here.
Wolfgang, you can pay him now.
Wolfgang!
In his back, he got like the checks in the back.
Wofür?
He said Rico GR is the best camera, so. Someone is ready.
Yes! Ready back.
So you have to sign in if you want to take part into this ride. It's like when you go into the restaurant, you have to sign your name, because after, if someone is getting infected, you have to prove that you had contact with them or not. That's why. So they are controlling if you're infected and maybe infected someone else. So they check the list and tell everyone on the list to stay home. It's not controlled at all.
No, it's absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
It's genius.
He said it once, two times more, and then if they don't leave, then they will start to take them away. So always 3 times. So this was the first time, and he told them it's over. You cannot take place here. You have to leave. So wait for the 3rd time, and then the action goes on. But they're actually listening, so it seems they're listening. They reached the maximum capacity, so we cannot enter. So they have no space for one more skinhead. So
You are our moderator.
I'm the moderator. Yeah. I'm the worst for both worlds. I'm a skinhead with Iranian roots.
Oh no.
Born in Germany.
Oh no. Oh no. He's the real deal. The whole package.
Yeah, the whole package.
Yeah.
Yo,
this is not what we
wide angle bodies.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey. Hey.
Hello, nerd!
Hey nerd, what's up?
So Jeremy's in the live chat.
Yeah, he's
What's up, Jeremy? You're in my potato vlog now.
Woo! Now you're famous.
Yeah.
Now you're famous.
Oh, jetzt geschafft. Yeah.
I talked to my police contact
It
and he
was,
told
it
me.
was your head.
Yeah, it was my head.
Geht mir nach vorne, Mädchen auch. Sucht euch einen Punkt. Wenn ihr was filmt, ich möchte das gerne sehen.
Okay, so we made it into the protest, and they told us to stand on these points. So in order for us to keep the distance, we have to sit on these points. Okay, I'm going to get to my position.
Diese Verlegerfahrt, was wir jetzt als Covid-19 komponiert.
Den Menschen so wirklich klar ist. Wir sind akut bedroht, was unsere Rechte betrifft. Wenn die Politiker im Moment gebetsmühlenartig immer wiederholen, wir lassen euch erst wieder frei, Und ihr könnt die Mauer weglassen, wenn wir einen Impfstoff haben, dann heißt das de facto, da ist ein Druck hinter, da ist eine Agenda hinter. Also müssen wir unbedingt dranbleiben. Und wenn wir jetzt im Sommer eine Entspannung erfahren werden, wahrscheinlich, was ich auch so sehe, dann müssen wir wach bleiben. Eine Impfung muss freiwillig bleiben, sie darf kein Zwang werden.
Yeah, we're inside of the allowed area where the demonstration is happening. There's a doctor speaking right now why he is supporting this protest. He's also talking about vaccinations. And over there we see the water throwers. So we believe that the Black Bloc is trying to invade or destroy this protest, and they were being pushed away. So we want to check it out. Maybe.
Sind Sie von der Presse oder? Nein. Ja, das Problem ist, wir haben hier vorne ein bisschen, es ist gerade ruhig, aber es kann wieder unruhig werden. Wir halten uns ja fern, wir wollen nicht rein. Also ich würde Sie bitten, sich von den Polizeikräften etwas fernzuhalten. Ja? What's up, bros? I'm blind, I can't see, I just look.
I mean, if we get in the lines here, I don't think anybody will take care of us.
Yeah.
What's hey up, guys! Tom? He said, "Hey guys." I'm going to say it in Tom's voice. Hey guys.
Sponsored by Sennheiser.
Hey guys. Wir sind live und zeigen, wie die Fotos entstehen. Es geht darum, dass Fotografie zum fotografischen Moment wird im Prinzip.
Also wir machen halt einfach ganz normal jetzt Fotos, dokumentieren einfach, was auf der Straße abgeht. Das ist halt ein bisschen der Unterschied zwischen dem Journalisten, der vielleicht auch mit dem Auftrag da reingeht, und wir versuchen das künstlerisch zu machen. Er ist im Schwarz-Weiß.
Beide Seiten, also beide Seiten.
Ja, wir waren schon überall, wir sind überall reingelaufen.
Oh, wie nass deine GR ist.
Hey.
Was?
It's not wet. It's just feeling very good. Feeling very, very good.
Oh.
Warte mal, geh mal zur Seite. Yeah. But why? Who was running? Someone tried to get away?
This guy, there's a journalist, and his battery just died from a Canon DSLR. And so, not hating on DSLRs, and we are switching cameras, so he put his card into my camera, and he's just making us shots, and then I took his camera instead for...
What camera is this?
I took a look at if it's valuable enough. It's a 5DSR.
Is it the one with the 50 megapixel?
50 megapixel, and he has the version 2, of the 2470. So to be honest, my camera is cheaper than his, so it's okay. Yeah.
Okay, so who brought this melon? Why is this melon here? Everything is interesting.
More content, more content. Warte. Oh, das ist gut, warte. Das ist gut, das ist nice. Oh yeah, man, baby, yeah. Guck mal.
Oh shit! Any feedback? How was the experience shooting the protest?
It was pretty nice. I'm very satisfied that we had some rides at the end.
Yeah.
I wish it would be more.
Yeah,
but
you gave us some good insider tips as a protest
of course, every
photographer.
Time. And it was good to test out the Sony A7 Mark III.
Give a shout out to the guy who gave you the Canon.
Oh yeah, no, you mean the Leica?
No,
oh, you mean the other one?
Yeah, there was a guy giving you...
Hami Roshan on Instagram. I will just hit him up. He's a very good photographer.
Okay, nice.
Very nice guy.
Yeah, it was just as I told you would be. It rained. We saw people. That's all.
Let's make sure we keep the distance, by the way.
I'm disappointed. It was strange. It was good. I think it was good for security and everything, how it was handled. It didn't escalate.
Yeah.
But photography-wise, I'm super disappointed.
Yeah. Photography-wise, it was a little bit boring because every time you shoot a protest, it's always the same. And you can take a look at a protest from 2011 and now it's always the same.
Yeah.
So it was more documenting. It was not street photography as I wanted to be.
Yeah. So how was it for our guests?
We lost Wolfgang, by the way.
Yeah, Wolfgang.
Where is he? Wolfgang, where are you?
Wolfgang, where are you?
He got arrested, didn't you see?
Yeah.
Wait, I got pictures. Show them the pictures in big.
He was the riot leader.
Yes.
So how was it for you shooting in Hamburg?
Very nice. Some experience that I don't have in my hometown. So
everything is peaceful.
Yes, very peaceful. The Corona protesters were very peaceful. No riots. No people with masks and like sunglasses starting something. And always keep your GR tight and and the Leica tighter.
So how to say goodbye during Corona times?
Go Power Street.
Okay.